I'm sure all of you guys know what it's like when you go into a store to find fragrances. You're walking into Saks or Neiman Marcus and you're going to check out a fragrance that you have every intention of buying or just sniffing to see whether or not you actually want to wear a fragrance or buy a fragrance. It's already kind of a little bit of a hard catch, especially when asking for $400 for perfume, but it makes it even worse when the people that work there that are supposed to have experience in sales and hospitality make you feel like you're stealing or make you feel like you're doing something wrong, when in fact you're just sniffing fragrances. Today I left the Saks here in Troy. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I don't recommend purchasing in stores, is because almost half of the time you walk in, you feel like you're being surveillanced as if you're going to steal something. I think in general, especially nowadays when it comes to like fragrance, and I understand that a lot more people are getting into fragrance, but people, especially sales reps, when it comes to buying a fragrance in person, I feel like they forget how to act or how to treat a consumer or a potential customer. I kid you not, I'm walking in, I'm sniffing fragrances, ready to buy about 3 to 4 niche fragrances from Métier Premier. And I had every intention, but me being me, I'm literally sniffing bottle after bottle. Meanwhile, right behind me, I'm being talked about, like literally word for word. It was spoken in a different language, one that I easily understand, and I just waited and just kept sniffing. I didn't change a damn thing. I knew which ones I wanted to buy, and I had every intention to buy them in person. But after that experience, there was absolutely no way I was going to, number one, continue sniffing fragrances at Saks, and number two, buy it at full retail, especially when that's the type of behavior. And I mean, even if that didn't happen, don't you guys hate that? Like, walk into your Neiman's, walk into Macy's, and see, like, if you're there just to sniff something and you have no intention to buy, you're literally treated like you are stealing or you're asking for something. Like, they're testers. What are they there for? What are they there for? They're for testing. If you have the intention to purchase or to test a fragrance, you should allow people to test them. Now, I understand there are a lot more people getting into it, maybe some kids, etc., that are trying to sniff fragrances, but like, I had genuinely it was a good time. Like, I walked in there to sniff some fragrances, to know what I want to purchase, and I was having a good time, peacefully, sniffing fragrances, only to be watched, judged, and spoken of. Forget the spoken of, let's take that out of the equation. Well, it probably only is those reps. Okay, sure. But it still doesn't take away the fact that it still happens consistently. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I always recommend buying online. Not only do you skip the door in that process, but you also get to save money. So I wanted to walk in to sample it, to try it, to see if, and then maybe if somebody was helpful enough, I could buy it through them and help them out and giving them some commission. So sure, you might end up buying a sample, but you avoid all of that bullshit that happens almost every time I walk in. And as of right now, what was once upon a time a great experience into walking in and sniffing fragrances without all that crap, unfortunately, it's not the same. And I get that people have jobs to do, but one of the biggest jobs, especially in working in this industry in customer service, is being hospitable. Anyways, if you guys want to know where to save some dough, there's plenty in my bio. There are plenty of other information you guys can find. Discounters, retailers, all that good stuff where you don't have to deal with that bullshit. And also samples, where you can get the samples, and instead of walking in and feeling like you're being watched and degraded, you can actually try them out from the comfort of your home. Unfortunately, what used to be relaxing and fun for me is going to the mall. Let's sniff some fragrances is like a flip of the coin as to whether or not you're going to be treated like you're stealing and or the other. It is what it is. It's sad. But who cares? And so what I'm going to do about it? Just buy online. And that's the best thing you can do about it. If you're into fragrance and you walked into a store, I'm sure you have your experience. Feel free to share it down below.